Welcome to Conversations Below the Surface, the CBS Podcast Shorts. I am your host, Marcus Gentry, and we hope you enjoy this episode. I love you. Hey, that's my friend. My brother. Oh, that's my sister. You know something? We are family. Those are words, expressions, terms that we hear almost every day somewhere. But in spite of that, there's a lot of conflict that happens in relationships. And the reason why is because two things: definitions and assumptions. So there are definitions that's very different for different individuals. For instance, you may have two people that say, I love you. One says, I love you. The other one says, yes, I love you too. Now, for one, loving them means that they're going to be loyal, that they're going to be true, that they're going to be honest and open. For someone else, it might not mean that. They may do an act of what would be considered disloyalty and not feel that that has anything to do with them not loving the person. They both use the same word, but they define it differently. I'm sharing this content because I want you today to start looking a little closer at the people who use some of the same words that you use and see if you have the same definition for those words. But it means having some difficult conversations with people, and a lot of people are afraid to have those conversations for fear of losing what they have already. So it takes courage again just to have the conversation. The word friend. Two people might use the word friend, and for one, saying that I'm your friend means that I'm, as they say, ride or die. For somebody else, it might mean, yeah, I'm your friend, but that only means I'm going to like something that you post on Facebook, or I'm going to post a smiley face, or send a couple of prayer hands out if something is going on. That's as far as I'm going to go, but somebody else might mean something very different. Somebody else might say, I'm your friend, and they'll show up at your hospital bed if you're not feeling well. Somebody else doesn't even think of that as being an option, using the same word, but assuming that it means the same thing to someone else. We all come from different backgrounds. We were raised differently, so these words were embedded to us differently. When you call someone your brother, you call someone your sister, how were you raised to understand the meaning of that word? When you say someone is family, what does that mean to you? What did family mean to you as you were coming up? Did it mean that you stick together? That you stand by and support each other? Does it mean that you argue or go against each other? What does the definition of family mean to you? So when you call someone family, what are you actually saying that means? And have you made the assumption that when the person you're talking to uses that same word, it has the same meaning for them? Now, it doesn't mean that everybody who is successful has the conversation. Sometimes it's almost like rolling the dice. There are some relationships where people don't have the conversation and their values line up. They happen to have the same definition. Maybe they came from a similar background, or they have some of the same values. Sometimes it works out that way, not consistently. So the encouragement of this message today, this moment today, this conversation, is that we examine a little closer, not just the definitions of the words that we use, but how is it defined by the people who's using those words with us. Definitions and assumptions. Thank you for listening to this CBS Podcast Short. If you would like to hear more on this topic, please email me at respect@marcusgentry.com. And don't forget to check back for new episodes.